back to the actual rant I wanted to get at. There are fundamental changes. I can't even think. I'm still fuming over that last rant. Yeah, okay, so let's calm down a bit. Let's talk about some fundamental issues I see through everyone's life. Now, let's start with the first one, being social media. Okay, so the internet, yeah, it's a place that allows you to be distracted. And the first step to fix your life is all about what you do when you're bored. That is, because everyone's going to work, everyone's going to put the time in when they're focused, everyone's going to put the time in when they're motivated. But what do you do when you're not motivated and when you're bored? The decisions you make in those points in your life are the decisions that shape everything around you. It's not the things you do when things are going well, it's the things you do when things are bad or aren't interesting. That is who you are. That defines you. And everyone thinks, I'm bored, I'm going to take a break. But if you're bored, you need to be productive. And it doesn't mean working. It doesn't mean making progress in your career necessarily, but it means making progress in your personal life and your personal decisions. Be wise enough to make a decision that's beneficial to you. Take productive downtime instead of downtime that's destructive. Flushing your mind out with YouTube, with Reels, with Instagram, whatever it is. Make the smart decision to read a book instead of being online. Make the smart decision to go to the gym on your break. Make the smart decision to just take some time to think. Nobody wants to think anymore. Everyone wants a reason to get away from their own mind, and it makes them really uncomfortable with themselves. You ever notice how nobody thinks for themselves? Nobody's making their own decisions? Right? So the first step to fixing your life is fixing what you do when you're bored. Be okay with being bored. Stop listening to music in the car. Stop listening to music when you work out. Stop listening to music when you run. Those are all damaging to you because you're avoiding the inevitable. You're prolonging the issue that you have instead of talking to yourself and resolving things that might be bothering you with maybe a recent decision you made, or maybe a conversation you just had with someone, or thinking through a problem you're having at work. You're drowning yourself out from having those thoughts, from getting that resolution, and by the time you step back into your work, you're not effectively working because you're resolving the problem at the moment you're working. So you're just adding on top of your stress that you already have from doing the job. It's so incredibly beneficial to have that downtime to just think, because you take so much of the stress away from the time it takes to make the decision and making the right decision at the end of the day. So take the time to think. So that's the first thing you can do to fix yourself. Take the time to think. Read instead of watch videos. Reform your mind to be comfortable with boredom. Because when you distract yourself from that, that's when discipline gets destroyed. And that's when falling into those moments of deep work and creative thinking and creative problem solving become infinitely harder. Or have you ever felt like you've had a block before? Have you ever felt like you've hit a wall and it's taken months to overcome this wall? That's from all the time you've distracted yourself, that you haven't allowed yourself to resolve and break that issue piece by piece on your downtime when you're bored. You're avoiding stress It's the same thing when you listen to music when you run or work out. Is working out's a very stressful activity. Same thing with running. It takes a lot of adrenaline, and it takes a lot of mental capacity in order to do those things, because it's hard on the body and it's hard on the mental to keep going through the physical issues you face. It's difficult, but as soon as you have music, you're kind of alleviating some of the weight off your shoulders and placing it onto the music you have. You know, when you have an adrenaline dump, you want to listen to music to get yourself more amped, to dump more adrenaline, but that's unnatural. It's unhealthy. And you're not resolving. It's unnatural and it's unhealthy. That's why if you ever go run a marathon, you'll see how many people don't have headphones on. In fact, I would be surprised if people are listening to music. And I would bet you if you tried to run a marathon, by somewhere around the 10K to 12K mark, the music's going to become noise. And it's no longer going to be easier to run, but it's actually going to cause even more stress from hearing music while you run, because you lose track of your breathing, you lose track of your pacing, you lose track of your thoughts, and the harder it is to think in the moment of stress, the more difficult the task becomes. So it's something that I learned from running is whenever I hit a certain point in my run, the music became frustrating to me. I didn't want it in my ears. So I stopped running with music, and though it was harder, though there was a lot more for me to deal with, especially with thoughts of doubt and disbelief and all that kind of stuff, as soon as you got past the benchmark of it being harder, where typically you'd start to tap out and stop wanting to listen to your music, it became easier from that point onward to maintain a consistent battle with my mind, instead of just dipping right away because the music is frustrating and having to rip the headphones out of your ears midway through the run and shove the headphones in your pocket and turn the music off. And it's not easier, but you become better. Okay, same thing when you're working out. I still have this problem. Working out I find it to be more difficult for me than running, because it's just, especially during legs, sometimes I feel like I don't have the mental capacity to push. Sometimes I feel I stall a lot, and I get in my own head about doing the next set, and it becomes hard for me to pick up the weights. But I would attest a lot of those issues to just the way I've been conditioning myself through the years. Or not through the years, sorry, through the months. Because I become reliant on music. If I don't have a good song in the background, it becomes a mental block for me to even pick up the weight in the first place. Which is weird. That's not the way it should be. I've noticed it, though. I've noticed when I'm ready to do some more squats or whatever, or Bulgarian squats and whatnot, I genuinely cannot pick up the weight unless the right song is on. And that's an unhealthy dependence on something else relieving me from the stress I need to deal with myself. And ultimately, you need to understand, the more you can be stressed, the more you can be bored, the easier it is to get through things that are tedious, that you don't like as much, that you have typically a hard time with. It becomes easier, guys. But like I said before, it's actually not easier. You just become better. You just become better at it. Right. So the first thing is, what do you do with the time you're bored? Boredom, your freedom of thinking, that is a gift. And the more you taint it, the harder it is to get through anything in life. Kids are going to drop out of school because they can't pay attention in class just because of the way they've been living and their lack of discipline. There's a guy on YouTube who actually talks about this, and it's pretty interesting. He says basically the school curriculum, especially high school, could be done, those 4 years could be done in a year if a kid had enough discipline and enough diligence to do their work throughout the year on a consistent basis and just sit themselves down, lecture them. And it's true. It's 100% true. Think about how easy, in high school, yeah, it's stressful. You're worried, like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this. But think about how easy high school work is looking back. Think about how fast you could do that all today. 100% that could be done in a year if a kid had the discipline and the diligence to do that. And the reason the kid says that is not because he's just pulling that out of his ass. It's because that's what he did. That is what he did as a kid. He finished high school in a year. And he finished college in 2.5 years. Look, be bored. Allow yourself to be bored and allow yourself to be stressed. Okay? Second fundamental thing everyone needs to change to get themselves on track. Please take care of focus on what you eat. Or not necessarily focus on it, but change what you eat. If you are not eating healthy, you will not be mentally healthy. They go hand in hand, and it kills me when I see people think they can just push through mental battles and mental struggles by just brute forcing it when they eat chips and junk food because they need to get some work done. It'll be so much easier for you to stay awake throughout the day, have more energy throughout the day, have more mental capacity throughout the day if you just ate properly. There's so much, I just don't understand when people are like super fixated on their proficiency and their efficiency through their day and maximizing days and stuff like that. If you're someone that wants to maximize a day, it just kills me to see all these people just eat junk food or because they think they're saving time from ordering out. It's maximizing their day, but no, you're minimizing potential growth throughout the day or potential productivity throughout the day because you're sacrificing your health for an extra hour. Literally an extra hour. That's all it takes. You're sacrificing that for an extra hour, and people think that's more efficient than cooking themselves. There is nothing more efficient you can do throughout your day than making yourself a healthy, home-cooked, organic meal. Make sure you're getting your nutrition. Make sure you're getting your vitamins. Make sure you're getting your carbs, your fats, your sugars, and make sure everything's in check, because it's not only is it easier for you to have more energy throughout the day, be able to focus on work better, you're also helping yourself mentally. The better you eat, the happier you will be, and the better you will feel. You will feel it instantly. I'm telling you. I've been really good about my diet for the last 4 or 5 months, and I cannot express to you how bad I feel after I touch a cookie. Everyone thinks, oh, I can afford a cookie. I'll just kind of cheat and have a cookie today. Listen, I don't believe in cheating. I think that develops a guilty conscience, and there shouldn't be guilt in enjoying yourself every once in a while. But I cannot explain to you guys how disgusting I feel after I even touch a cookie or a Timbit, or that shit sits in me. It's insane. And when you're eating those things constantly, you don't realize that feeling because it's so normal. It's what you're conditioned to feel. But cut the processed foods, cut the sugars, cut all of that out. You will feel the difference instantly, and you will touch a sweet. You will touch, you'll touch a deep fried chicken sandwich, and it'll feel like you will literally feel like a fat fucking lard. I'm not even kidding. Like more than you did when you used to have it. You'll feel like you'll start to. I'm not even kidding. You'll start to feel your pores break out. You'll start to feel uncomfortable just walking. Like, you have no idea how much it changes your fundamental behavior. You have no idea. And instantly, your mental health goes down the drain. Instantly, I'm telling you, you become tired. As soon as I even touch a single cookie, I want to go to sleep. It just knocks me out. I'm like, oh. The chocolate, it just makes me tired. I want to go to sleep. I don't have the energy throughout the day. Suddenly, I can't get that extra hour of work in. Even though you would think saving an hour of cooking will save me an hour to do more work, it actually takes away the hours you can work. It makes the mental battle of working even harder. So instead of pushing for that extra hour, you just give up. You can't battle it because you're tired, you're exhausted, and eat healthy, and you can say, okay, I can get myself to do an extra hour, no problem. I can get myself to finish this tonight. And then your focus is better. But beyond all of that, what kills me the most about these people that want to be as efficient as possible is they don't think about their longevity. If you're not eating healthy, how long do you think you can work the way you do? I will say honestly, I'd say 3 years. If you're someone that's been consistently eating like shit, I'll give you 3 years before you crash and burn. Honestly, I might even say less. I might even say if you're someone that is also distracting themselves with social media, I would give you a year. I say you can do that for a year. You're going to crash and burn after that. Guys, there's nothing more efficient than your longevity. The longer you can work, the more efficient you will be. You are giving yourself exponential more time just by making the decision to eat healthier. Okay? And when you sacrifice that hour a day to cook ground beef seasoned with lemon and salt, and you sacrifice that for a junior chicken from McDonald's, you have shaved off 5 years of your working potential. I'm telling you, it's that simple. Just eat healthy. Just eat healthy. And I know when it becomes habitual and it's addictive, it's hard to break from that mental state. I know it's a vicious cycle. I get it. I've been there. But you just have to do it. There's no secret technique to avoiding that. It's just simple. It's as simple as stop. It's as simple as stop doing it. And I think the problem is people think so far in the future. It's like, oh my God, how am I going to give this up for an entire year? You will get your chances to indulge throughout the year. Trust me, you will have your opportunity to say, yeah, I'm going to have a little bit of this. You'll have your chances to do that. But the longer, as you continue your streak of, oh, I didn't eat bad today, and I eat better tomorrow, and I eat better tomorrow, it becomes natural to you. That becomes habitual. It's no longer, I need a junior chicken. Like, I'm just dying for one. I need something saltier than this, or I need some sweet. I need a sugar by the end of my dinner. Oh my God, please. You rid yourself of those habits. Those are not needs. Those are just habits. Okay? And you rid yourself of those as you continue to make one decision after another that's good for you. And just keep it that simple for yourself. Don't start thinking, oh my God, I can't cut out my coffees for a whole year. How am I going to do that? Just start with one decision. When the decision comes your way, make the right one. And that's all you have to do. Don't think about the future. Don't think about the days before. Just make the right decision that's right in front of you. And trust me, things will get easier. Things do get easier. The hardest part is just doing it. The hardest part is just stopping the excuses. I'm telling you, that is the hardest part of all of these steps, is just giving up on your excuses. Anyways, past your health, past your nutrition and the food you're eating, the next step you want to take is your physical health. Go sweat. Please, guys. Go sweat. This goes back to the thing about people wanting to be as efficient and productive throughout their day as possible. This literally goes hand in hand with diet, like obviously. But if you want to be productive, there's nothing more productive than taking an hour out of your day to get some exercise. Oh my God, please. If you don't want to work out, start with stretching. Seriously, start with stretching. Stretching is more important for you than any other exercise. The tighter you get, the older you get, the more it becomes difficult to do the things you love doing. You know how you get old fast? Getting old is getting tight, okay? Why do old people struggle to bend down? Because they're tight. They don't stretch. Now, you can't avoid getting old forever. You can't. No one's immune to that. It's gonna happen. But the longer you can prolong issues, if even avoid most issues most people face, because everyone neglects stretching and working out. If you can avoid those issues or prolong them and extend the health and the healthy parts of your life, if you could extend the prime of your life, would you give yourself the opportunity to do that? I think everyone would answer yes, but nobody does it. You don't have to get old and start aching at 30. You don't have to start having back problems at 30. Maybe not even 40. You can be healthy for a very long time. You can be in shape for a very long time. Shape doesn't have to... Everyone thinks, once you're past 20, it goes downhill. No, that's because of the decisions you made. That's because of the neglect you had for yourself. You neglected your responsibilities and your due diligence to take care of yourself. And that's why past your 20 sucks. Because you didn't take care of yourself. You didn't eat properly. You didn't work out. You didn't cook for yourself. You didn't eat properly. Everything goes downhill. Guys, it goes downhill fast. I am 23 years old. For the first half of this year, only this year, have I started to take care of my dental care properly. Now, that sounds disgusting, but in terms of consistent, brushing every single day and night. Sometimes when I got home, I used to just skip a night of brushing. I do that maybe once a week, twice a week. And then I never wear my mouth guard. My teeth are chipping now, okay? I grind heavily at night, and I've grinded so much throughout my life. And I've neglected brushing so many times that my teeth are so sensitive. And it has happened that fast. And there is no amount of reversing that process that I can do to get my teeth to look perfect again. I have to go to the dentist. I have to ask them if they can fill my teeth, if they can, do something about the sensitivity, and I have to look for dental and this is if you're having physical problems, you have to look for hospital-based solutions. And you never want to be in that position. Everything starts with you, okay? Everything in your life, all your problems, all the good things are a result of your actions. Reaching that extra milestone in work is from putting in that extra time when you're bored and having the discipline to focus when you are working to get as much as you can done. Hitting your physical goal. You don't just show up to the gym for a week and expect to look better. You don't just go to the gym once a week and start telling people you go to the gym now. It's from years and years, months and months of consistent effort. The discipline to do it every day, even if you don't want to help yourself from preventing future problems and gaining future benefits. Okay? Stop thinking so shallow about the decisions you make. Stop thinking so poorly. I don't understand why judgment is so bad. Why is everyone so bad at making decisions that are right in front of them to make? Everyone knows the right ones they need to make, but nobody does them. I don't get it. And listen, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I don't feel like working out, I don't go. But that is a flaw I need to fix in myself. And I will not get to the places I want to be if I don't fix those. And I'm aware of that. I'm aware that if I don't have the discipline to work out the days I don't want to work out, I'm never going to hit my fitness goals. I'm aware that if I don't wake up and run in the morning, I'm never going to hit the marathon goal I have or whatever my goal is, right? I'm never going to hit my split, my pacing. It's never going to happen if I don't put the discipline to make the right decision. I'm never going to be better at working and more focused at working if I don't stop watching YouTube at night, if I don't substitute watching for reading a book. I'm never going to read the books I want. I'm never going to get the knowledge I want if I don't read those books. You know? These are really simple steps. Really simple steps to success. It's right in front of you. All the answers you need are right in front of you. You know what you need to do, and you have to do it. You have to do it. Guys, don't neglect these things. Because your window of opportunity to make things right for yourself, to be healthy and to save yourself from back problems, to save yourself from future issues, to save yourself from possible cancer, guys, is something that can fly by quickly. Don't miss this opportunity, please. Don't neglect these things. They're important. There's a reason they're important. They will help you. So if you're someone that wants the most out of their life, there's nothing better you can do for yourself than taking an extra hour or two to work out, cook your own meals, and let yourself be bored. Please. Seriously. Is there another? I'm trying to think if there's another one. I guess an additional one that doesn't really, maybe doesn't even apply. A little fourth bonus step to fix your life. Maybe not even. It honestly might not even apply to everyone. It probably. I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't, because some people are social media free. But my fourth step for anyone that wants to fix their life: get rid of social media. Get rid of it. I don't care what you have going on there. Get rid of it. I don't care if you're an influencer. I don't care if you're running an extremely successful business. I mean, unless you're okay. The business one I can understand, as long as you're disciplined with it. But the problem is, I know you're not. I know that anyone that has an account is open to the temptation of being sucked into it. And this goes beyond social media. Step away from your phone. Do things without your phone next to you. You don't have to bring your phone everywhere. Get comfortable not having your phone around you. How many times? This is scary. This is really scary if you think about it. But how many times has someone in your house come downstairs and said, "Have you seen my phone? Have you seen my phone? I don't know where my phone is." Or maybe after dinner, before they get back to work, or before they go out, they're like, "Have you seen my phone? I don't know where my phone is." That's horrifying. That's a dependence. They need their phone next to them to do whatever they're going to do next. And they don't. The reality is they don't. But they feel like they do, and it's horrible. It's seriously horrible. It's scary, man. Like, social media is the cause. I'm not kidding when I say this. Social media is the cause of most of your problems. And you're gonna give me the excuse, "Oh, I like keeping in touch with people, and I just like seeing what people are up to," or, I wouldn't be able to contact certain people without social media, or people say, "Oh, I enjoy going out when I'm bored." Those are all excuses to keep it on your phone. That is the addiction speaking for you. Guys, if they have social media, they have a phone, okay? get their number and text them if you want to keep in touch with them. Beyond social media changing people's values and creating this attention-seeking world that we live in, suddenly things become less about respect and more about, now more than ever, things are about status more than they are about livelihood. People don't date certain people anymore if they don't have certain status, if they don't appear a certain way. And it's disgusting. It's sickening. It's completely backwards from what it used to be. Dating should be easier than it's ever been before, but now people don't give someone a chance if they have a weird picture on their profile, or if they posted something that they don't find that attractive. Do you see how that's crazy? Do you understand what is so fucked about that? If they don't text them the right way, suddenly they're undateable. If they don't, it's guys will never give a girl a chance in person, but they'll be quick to DM them on their phone because, God forbid, they reject them, they could just run away. They don't have to see them. It goes back to avoiding that stress. You're avoiding the confrontation. You're avoiding the thing that will actually make you more mature and handle situations better in the future. That's why we have so many fucking whack-ass people that date now and act like fucking crazy lunatics because they've never faced this problem before. They've never had to handle confrontation like a grown adult. They were just able to say some delusional shit online and then run away from the problem right after it. You don't face the backlash, you're not going to learn from the problem. But beyond that, there's nothing. My biggest pet peeve in the world is when I hear someone say, I worked 14 hours a day. Because I know you're lying. And why do you have to lie to me? Like, I know you're lying because you have an Instagram account. You have a TikTok account. I know you're lying because you didn't do that. You worked for 2 hours. You took a break on your phone for an hour. Then you got back to work for another hour. You took a break on your phone for another hour. Then you worked for 30 minutes. Took a break on your phone for an hour. Then you went to go eat. Then you came back and studied for another 2 hours. Then the same thing happened over and over again. That's a total of 6 fucking hours a day, basically. You didn't work 14 hours just because you sat at your desk for 14 hours. You worked for 6 hours. But it was so unproductive because of all your shitty ass habits that you've actually only done 6 hours of work in your 14-hour work day, quote unquote. Meanwhile, if you had the foresight and the wisdom to make the decision to be more disciplined, to get rid of social media, to eat healthier, to go work out, you can get 8 hours of work in, 1 hour of working out, and 1 hour of making a meal for yourself. Probably even more, to be honest. And then you can get 2-3 hours of taking an actual break, watching a show you want, spending time with family, and actually feeling refreshed and ready for the next day. Dude, does that make sense? Is that clear? Like, the steps to success are all right in front of you. It just baffles me the way like, it just baffles me the way things are structured now, that people know what they should do. People, if you ever talk to someone, they'll say, oh my God, I know I need to go to the gym, or oh my God, I need to start eating healthier. They will say that to you. So they know what they need to do, but they will never do it. And that's become such a norm. That's become like a socially accepted thing to say in public to people. Oh my God, I need to eat healthier. Oh my God. It's like, it's become relatable. It's like, oh, yeah, me too. That's so funny. That's not fucking funny. Get your ass in the gym and get your ass in the fucking kitchen. Start making shit that's better for yourself. Like, why is that something we resonate with? How is that funny and relatable? That's not fucking funny and relatable. That's sad. That's sad. Yes, you need to go to the gym. You need to take care of yourself. That's not something to joke about. Fucking, like, take care of yourself, man. It's so our perspective on things are so corrupted that if someone works themselves till they burn out, but they eat like shit and they don't work out and they don't go for walks, they don't take care of their mental health, they never see their friends, everyone's like, it's a hardworking man, you know, oh my god, he's such a hardworking guy, like, holy, good for him. Good for him. Good for him. What the fuck? They're unhealthy as fuck. They look like a bag of shit. They have bags under their eyes are half red from lack of sleep, they have a fucking, like, what are we talking about here? That's a horrible life. How is that even good? What are we talking about? Why are we celebrating that? Why does society celebrate people that work hard but neglect everything else? Because they make money. Because they make money. Everyone just thinks about money. If I have money, I can fix my health in the future. You know, if I have money, I can fix my teeth. No problem. No! No! If I have money, I can just get someone to cook good meals for me instead of wasting my time doing it myself. No! 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 You guys are fucked. That's a horrible attitude. By the time you make the money you do, living the way you are living, it'll be too late for money to fix any of your problems. It'll be way past the point that you are able to be saved, my friend. Now, I don't want people to hear that and think it's I don't want people to feel discouraged from trying, because the worst thing you can do is never try. You know, it's like that quote. I don't know who said it, but the best day to start was yesterday. Or what was it? The best time to start was yesterday. The best time to start is now. Some shit like that. Anyways, guys, please take care of yourselves, man. Money is not the solution to your problems. The solution is your own decisions. Okay, please. Oh my god, I just can't believe. Look. Take it from me, okay? I have Tourette's, okay? It's very minor, which I'm very thankful for. But I've been doing my research on it. One, to understand. I know what causes me to flare up and for my tics to be worse. Wow. It's just absolutely stunning. But I'm telling you, Tourette's were not a thing before we started spraying our foods and our vegetables and fruits, and before processed food became the norm to consume. Before fast food became this fad and this luxurious item for people to have, almost like a gift. Fast food is looked at as a treat. Oh my god, we're gonna have fast food. Oh my god, can we please have fast food on Friday nights? Like, some people have Friday night routines. Look at McDonald's. That's our Friday night routine. It's fucking stupid. But Tourette's was not a thing before these types of food were introduced. When things were organic, nobody was dying. Nobody had Tourette's. It was not a thing. So where is this coming from? It's coming from our food. As a kid, I ate like shit. I ate like fucking shit. Junk food every day. I think I had more sugar than I did carbs throughout the day. I think 87% of my diet throughout the day was sugar. Oatmeal, brownies, cookies, fucking Twinkies, fucking everything. Aunt Jemima fucking syrup, just lick that shit, no problem. I used to put sugar in my milk. Okay? I am 100% convinced. I did not have Tourette's as a baby. That was not something I was born with. I did not have Tourette's as a 4-year-old. I developed Tourette's when I was 5 and 6, okay? And then throughout my year in elementary school, it got worse. And the worst it's ever been is high school. Because that was the worst my diet's ever been. That was when I was breaking out. Hormones and stuff like that are wild in high school. Puberty, everyone's going through puberty. And I mean, hormones is not. Anyways, but as soon as I started to make a difference in what I ate, things started to get better. Unfortunately, I am past the point where I can get rid of my Tourette's. However, and this is something for everyone listening to take away, I can help myself. I can make it easier on myself if I eliminate processed sugars. If I stay away from bloating myself, overeating, if I sleep properly, if I get the right amount of sleep I need, if I go outside throughout the day and don't stay inside all day, if I take care of my screen time, if I monitor my screen time, I can become calmer. My tics don't flare up. They still happen because I have Tourette's now. But they're not nearly as severe when I take care of myself. Now I want you guys to take this and reflect it on your physical, your mental, your whatever your problem is. It's the same thing. It's not to the extreme where you're going to notice it like I do with my tics. It's easy. As soon as I have a cookie, they flare up instantly. It's obvious what's happening to me. I can read between the lines because the signs are there in point blank, in the direct, like plastered on my face, literally. But, oh my god, this is crazy. Sorry, I'm just driving through Algonquin Park. It's fucking stunning. Oh my god. Anyways. I cannot, it's the same thing with you. But these differences aren't things you're going to notice until things get worse again, okay? You will start to feel better, yes. You will start to feel more confident. You'll start to feel like you look better and all of that stuff. Your skin might look better and all these things, but they might be more subliminal than me and my Tourette's, right? But I'm telling you, but the effect is all the same. And that's the takeaway, is that the effect is all the same. And things around you will change for the better. You will see the difference. People will treat you differently. People will look at you differently. You'll be happier. You'll be giving off better vibes or whatever. Like, trust me, take care of yourself. Work will be better. It'll be easier to get things done. You'll be more productive. Goals will be easier to chase. Trust me. Please, just take care of yourself, okay? Anyways, that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. A 40-minute rant is nothing. It's light. That's all I want to say. Please, please take care of yourself. Those are the 3, maybe 4, if you count the social media thing, things you need to focus on. Focus on what you're eating, focus on what you're doing, and focus on what your downtime looks like. Okay? If you can conquer those 3 things, you will reduce your problems by 90%. And then all the bullshit you deal with will just be the bullshit that's out of your control. Yes, okay, that's the better way to put it. By eliminating those things, you are eliminating the problems that are in your control. And then life just happens the way it happens. And then all the problems you face that are out of your control, it's out of your control. There's nothing you can do about it, okay? Just make sure you're taking care of the things you can. And that's all I have to say. Anyways, I'm going to go take some pictures out in Algonquin Park. And I'm wishing you guys all the best in your journey to recovery and fixing your life. Okay, bye.